what do you call Biot-Savart's law. Now we are explaining how Biot-Savart's law can be used to explain or used to find the intensity of magnetic field at the center of a circular coil carrying current. The figure shows a circular coil of radius. This is a circular coil. This is a circular coil of radius r carrying a current I. We wish to calculate the intensity of magnetic field at the center of the coil using Biot-Savart law, right? So the diagram, this diagram also can be used, this diagram also can be used. This diagram is more clear that because when current flows in this direction, the magnetic field lines are how at different points everywhere along the circle. This is how the magnetic field lines are formed, right? So magnetic field lines, how it is forming, that you can see. So this point and this point, 2 points we are taking on the conductor. Then the magnetic field lines are circular at this point. So this part and this part both will contribute for mag lines of force at the center. When the magnetic field lines comes toward the center, the circles becomes bigger and bigger, and at the center the circle becomes substantially bigger, and every line, the part of the circle becomes parallel to each other. So every point, this kind of loops or circular loops are formed. Every point there is a contribution of the magnetic field at the center. At the center, all the lines of force are more or less parallel, and also due to every point the magnetic field contribution is there. Hence, at the center, the magnetic intensity of field will be very, very strong and also uniform. Why uniform? Because the circle becomes quite big in size. Small part of the circle is a straight line, and all are direct in the same direction, and all are parallel, equidistant parallel lines shows the magnetic field intensity is uniform and also it's very, very strong. Why strong? That you understand, because every point of the current guiding conductor gives a magnetic field direction at the center. So it is very strong and also uniform. Now we can calculate how the intensity of magnetic field due to the circular coil can be obtained. Intensity of magnetic field due to the small current element ideal at the center is equal to that figure, this figure, this figure. This is a small current element dl, right? And this is the radius of the circular path. Current is entering into that, and also it is going out, leaving like this. This is a small current element. Why current element is necessary? Because we are using Biot-Savart's law in this case, right? The small element will produce a magnetic field at the center O. That means, according to Biot-Savart's law, the intensity of magnetic field at the center O is given by dB is equal to mu0 by 4 pi. Mu0 by 4 pi into sine 90 divided by r square. Why sine 90? Because this point where intensity of magnetic field is to be found, a line is joined to the center of the small current element. This is radius. Radius is always perpendicular to the circumference. Therefore, sine 90. Radius is perpendicular to the circumference of a circle. So dB, what is dB? dB is the small value of intensity of magnetic field due to a small current element at the center of the circular path. So dB is equal to mu0 by 4 pi into ideal sine 90 divided by r square is equal to mu0 by 4 pi into ideal divided by r square. Take this equation as equation number 1. Intensity at O due to the entire loop is given by. So the small value, the intensity of magnetic field is a small part of the current carrying loop is obtained. Then the whole loop can be obtained by integrating the function. That is, B is equal to, here it is dB, here it is B. B is equal to integral mu0 by 4 pi into I into dl divided by r square. Right? That is same as equal to mu0 by 4 pi into I by r square into integral dl. What is integral dl? dl is small part of a circle. Integral dl means circumference of the circle. Therefore, this is given by mu0 by 4 pi into I by r square 2 pi r. Am I correct? R cancel, you will get mu0 by 4 pi into 2 pi I by r. So this is a very famous relation. You will learn like this only. mu 0 by 4 pi into 2I by r. If the loop has this circular loop has n number of turns, that means so many times the wire is turned again and again and again and again, so that it has n number of turns. Due to using a very thin wire, n turns are made and the current is passed through it. Then the intensity of magnetic field B is given by mu 0 by 4 pi into 2 pi Ni by r. What is n? N is the number of turns used in making the coil. That is equal to pi and 2 cancelled, then you will get mu 0 Ni by 2r. So this is also generalization for intensity of magnetic field at the center of a circular coil carrying current. Lines of force due to the coil is shown. Lines of force due to the coil is shown in the figure. Lines of force, figure number 1. Figure number 1. Lines of force due to the coil is already shown in the figure. That is this figure, right? Lines of force, how the lines of force can be formed. This also you can, this a simple diagram you can make like this, right? Lines of force. Every point, the lines of force are circular like that. So at the center of the circle you have seen that the intensity is much more. Why? Because every point contributes lines of force. Every point, this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, this point. Here we have taken only 2 points on this circular loop. Every point even makes a circular loop like this. Every circular loop whose contribution will come at the center, all the lines will be parallel, and also due to all the points when the lines will come at the center, the intensity, the lines of force will be crowded at the center. Therefore, and also will be more or less parallel. Why parallel? That also I told you. When the lines of force becomes bigger circles, the small part of the circles becomes straight line and like this. So lines of force is also shown here. It is clear that at the center the magnetic field is strong and uniform. Direction of the field is obtained by right hand pole. Whereas second diagram, this diagram we will see. Second means suppose this is a coil. This is a coil. This is the line passing through it, right? A line for this axis of the line. Okay. I will keep my hand at this particular point and turn my finger like this. When I turn my finger like this, the fingers are turned in such a way that that must be in the direction of the current. Then the outstretched thumb will show you the direction of the magnetic field. Understand? So this is circle. This circular loop carrying current. I will keep my right hand like this. The hand is oriented in such a way that when you just turn your finger, the direction of turning of the fingers is in the direction of the current. Then the outstretched thumb will show you the direction of the magnetic field at that point. If the direction of the current is like this, it is perpendicular outwards. If the direction of the current is in the opposite direction, that will be in the opposite direction like this. That means perpendicular but inwards at the center. Perpendicular at the center but inwards. So that is also shown here. The lines of force due to the loop is also shown here. This law is called right hand palm rule. It is called right hand palm rule. It is called. Lines of force is shown in the figure. It is clear that at the center is strong and uniform. This rule is called right hand palm rule. So keeping the right hand palm at the center of the loop in such a way that curl of the fingers show the direction of the current in the loop. Then the outstretched thumb will show you the direction of the magnetic field at that point.